Hey everybody, welcome back to the couch. My name is Melissa and this is Couch Mom Club. My hair makes a statement, especially when it's in its most natural state. All of my coils and my curls, they can either be a thing of beauty or they can be very agitating and even offensive. It's 9 o'clock, the kids are sleeping, and it's finally Friday. I am going to be doing my hair. My hair has a history. In fact, all black hair has a history. There are some painful parts of our history. There are some beautiful parts. There are even parts of power. Well, all of it, I think, is powerful. But in this video, I'm going to take you through my hair history. And I won't do it all because I have a very extensive hair history. I'm just going to take you through a couple of the staples so that you get a sense of where I'm coming from and where I am right now and where I'm headed, because my hair journey, especially after postpartum hair loss, has become something that is less something about external look and how I look on the outside and more of an inside journey, just a soul searching to find out what I believe is true beauty, how comfortable I am in my own natural hair and natural skin, and just a journey to really discover or rediscover myself. This postpartum hair journey has really opened my eyes to a lot of things, and because it's Black History Month, I wanted to pay homage to the history of black hair, and this video I think is going to be fun. So go ahead and get comfortable, and of course you can talk to me because I am in the chat. Now let's get right into it. Let's talk about my afro. Now I know that there are some areas that need a little work, but this is my afro. When I was younger, my mom would always just leave my hair like this. And I remember taking a picture with my sister, my mom, and my aunt when we were younger. Of course, I didn't know what we were doing then, but growing up and seeing that picture, I remember asking my mom, why didn't you comb my hair? And she was like, I love it like this. It's beautiful like this. And I was just like, lady. Put a couple barrettes in there, something. But she was like, absolutely not. Your hair is the most beautiful when it's like this in an afro. And it took me a long time to embrace that. Even while filming this, my husband was like, you should just leave the house like this. It looks amazing. And I'm like, I don't think so. I know I often use weather as an excuse, and I use, not wanting to be looked at or stared at as an excuse, but even as I'm going through this postpartum hair journey, I am learning to re-love my afro. And maybe one day, maybe in the summertime, I will leave my house like this. And then there was the infamous bubbles and twists. My mom would do this hairstyle all the time. And we usually had little clips at the ends to kind of match the bubbles, and all of that usually matched the outfit. The only trouble was if you ever lost those clips, it was trouble. Like, don't come home if you're missing one of the clips at the end of your twists. Then mom would have a whole cow. But this is a fun hairstyle. I love this phase, and I can't wait for my daughter's hair to grow a little longer because I definitely will repeat this phase and she will have bubbles and twists in her hair. I wanted to show you guys because this is a part of my hair history. Bantu knots. This was a great phase because the results after you take these bad boys out, beautiful. This is when I was really obsessed with having curly hair. And I don't mean kinky, coily hair. I mean really nice wavy curls. When you washed and put your hair in Bantu knots, you can trust that the next day, you're gonna have a beautiful head of curly hair, and it would be amazing. Doing a style like this is probably the safest way to stretch and curl your hair. Now you can use things like flexi rods to achieve a similar look. But I remember when I was younger, when my mom was putting these Bantu knots in my hair, I knew I was about to slay the next day. Now I call this hairstyle the roll, and it's basically me just tucking my hair in, rolling it all together, and putting it up in such a way where I feel happy with the results. So there was a brief time in my history that I had permed hair. When I was younger, my mom just found it really, really difficult to style my hair because it was so thick and so long. So she got the clever idea to add that creamy crack to my hair to make it easier to handle and easier to comb. Now that was probably the biggest mistake because after I permed my hair, it was never the same. My mother tried to keep up and maintain it, but with a harsh chemical like that, you'll never get your hair back to what it really was. My hair was damaged, it was breaking off all the time, and the upkeep of perming my hair meant that my hair would be more and more damaged. Now I know that there are better ways to apply perm to your hair, ways that won't damage and break your hair over time, but for me, understanding what a harsh chemical perm is, I decided that I never ever ever want to have a perm again. And that's when I went natural again, and I decided to do hairstyles like this. It never turns out the same ever, I promise you. Every single time I used to do this hairstyle, it was different every time. I remember my mom doing this hairstyle a lot when she was younger. She used to roll her hair and put in little comb clips to keep it nice and neat. And I think I got it from her. Like, she used to style her hair like this all the time. I'd have to go back and ask her what the name of this style is. But as I got older and after my perm phase, this was my go-to hairstyle. For one, it was quick and easy. And the other part of it is that I didn't really know what to do with my hair. It was so thick and so full that this was literally the only thing that I could do fast and feel comfortable leaving the house. This is my last hairstyle. Now, you have to understand how much effort and begging it took for me to finally get extensions in my hair. When I was younger, my mom was totally against extensions. And I think I was in high school when I was allowed to get my first hairstyle that included extensions. My mom was like, you have hair on your head, it's beautiful, you do not need extensions. And I agree, but sometimes you like to have a little longer hair. I mean, right? She took so long to finally agree to let me have extensions, but when she did, I became completely just hooked. I couldn't stop using extensions, whether it was in braids or it was a weave or now even my wigs. I just love to switch my hair, and just the versatility of it all was just so much fun. But as you can see, I have my braids in, and this is a hairstyle that I would do very often. If not like this, I would often do my hair in single braids. And if you want to see how I did that, I'll go ahead and link a video right here. So single braids is often something that I do whenever there's a major transition in my life, like introducing a new baby to the family. This has been my hair history, and I promise you that I didn't touch on everything. There was a time in my life when I had dreads. There was a time when I mentioned that I had perm. There was a time when I did a big chop and even cut all my hair off, but I didn't talk about all of that stuff. I wanted to show you what was easy to show you with the hair that I have now, and I put my hair under a lot of stress to do this video. So I'm about to go do a really good deep conditioning and just cleanse my scalp and make my hair feel really good. So just like my hair has gone through so many transitions, the history of black hair will show you the transitions and the times when there was hardship, the times when there was freedom and beauty, and the times when we struggled to get that back. Now, if you go back and do your research, you're gonna know that the history of black hair started beautiful. We always used to wear very lavish hairstyles that took a really, really long time to do. And a lot of those times when those hairstyles were being created, there was community, there was laughter, there was talking, and just getting to know each other. It was a time of joy and a time of just connecting and getting together. Then when we were sold into slavery, there was a time period when we were forced to shave our hair and cut it off. I mean, like completely bald, because the upkeep of black hair was a lot. And at that time, it was not a priority, and it was a way of stripping our identity. In stripping our identity by shaving our hair, we were also forced and fed this Eurocentric idea of beauty. And that's when you're gonna see a lot of people with permed hair, straightened hair, curly hair, to try to fit and match an idea of beauty that was never meant to be ours. The story of black hair is elaborate. I mean, it is beautiful, it is painful. There's a lot to be said about what happens in the black culture when it comes to our hair. I mean, you're gonna hear stories about how food, like actual food, was hidden in braids so that when people were captured or when they decided to run away, they wouldn't starve. You're gonna hear stories about how maps were braided into people's hair so that when they were leaving to find freedom, they knew where to go. There's an elaborate and a beautiful and a painful yet powerful story about black hair and black history. So I'm hoping that I intrigued you a little bit, just a little bit, to do a little bit of research of your own, to find out what black hair is all about, what black culture is all about, and why we celebrate this month. Now, I'm black every day. No matter if it's February, if it's March, if it's January, I am black throughout my entire life, and there's no day that I take a break. Now, we have an awesome privilege of celebrating black culture in the month of February. So I'm encouraging you to just go ahead and do a little bit of studies, go read a book about black history. You can even hit up Google to find out what's going on. And even on YouTube, there are so many videos with so many different takes on what it means to be black and what black culture is all about. I had a very, very fun time making this video for you. It took me back. It allowed me to walk through my history and really enjoy and embrace where I came from and where I'm headed. After I lost my hair postpartum, I felt devastated. But the truth is, I didn't know what I had until it was gone. So now I'm on the journey to recover and recoup my hair and to love it more. And even though there's a lot of pain in my history, there is still a lot of power and a lot of beauty, and I'm ready to embrace that. I'm ready to move forward, and hopefully one of these days I'll be able to walk out with my afro and feel proud. Normally when I braid my hair, I take a little bit of extra time to make it neat and to make it nice, but I know that I'm about to pull these out and go back to my afro and then go and wash my hair. So I'm gonna do that right now. So that feels so much better. My hair is out of the braids and ready to be washed. And I'm so glad that I did this video for you. I'm hoping that you like it. Give it a thumbs up if you did. And you may have noticed that I'm wearing my Black Mom Sweet t-shirt. I have restocked the shirt and put it on sale on my website for the whole month of February. Also, I have my black mugs on sale as well. Black History Month means Black Mom Sweet and black mugs are all on sale. They're both 15% off, and if you'd like to purchase one, I'll put the link in the description below. I want to thank you so much for watching this video and for supporting me. You guys have been so amazing. Thank you for being a part of the club. If you're not already a part of the club, now is the perfect opportunity to join the club. Hit that subscribe button and click that notification bell. You can also follow me on Instagram and on Twitter, and I will see you in the next video.